And it's at this point on Wednesdays, for over a decade now, we've presented Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner. What a great learning opportunity from a guy who's been around and practicing law for so long now, so much wisdom, so much experience. We turn to him again this week for perhaps a question submitted by you. And I'll tell you how to submit a question coming up in just a moment if you'd like to do that. But first, let's welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you doing this beautiful morning?
Just terrific. How are you doing?
I couldn't be better. We couldn't have nicer weather.
I know you love this kind of stuff, and that's awesome because I think we've got a nice steady stretch of it here for a little while anyway. Get out and enjoy it. That's what I say. Unless, of course, you find yourself injured, as is the case in today's email, which we're going to get into. But before we do that, I just wanted to follow up on what I said a moment ago about your length of wisdom and knowledge and experience. And how long have you been practicing now?
I've been practicing since 1970, which is 55 years.
That's what my math says. Wow. I can remember when you passed the 50th anniversary mark, and it just is a testament to how long we've been producing this feature. And I think there's been a lot of folks who've been helped over the years, so I want to thank you for that.
It's my pleasure. I enjoy helping people.
Well, let's see if we can help somebody today. Here is the email that I've been reading over this morning. My brother was driving on Kings Highway when a distracted driver rear-ended him. He was taken to the hospital with multiple injuries, including several broken ribs and a shoulder injury requiring surgery. The driver was in a rental vehicle that did not have insurance. When we contacted the rental agency, they said they are not legally responsible for accidents caused by renters. We also discovered that the driver's company had rented the vehicle for deliveries while their company vehicle was being repaired. The company claims they're not responsible since the accident happened before his work schedule began. Is it true that rental companies are not responsible for ensuring renters have proper insurance? Can a lawyer help my brother? Of that, I am certain. Something else I know, and I'm no expert, but I can see it here clearly, there's a lot of finger pointing going on here.
Todd, is it surprising to you that the company or insurance company has denied helping these poor injured people?
After all these years of our conversations, I've come to expect this.
So let's go back to the beginning. And unfortunately, about 10 years ago, Congress passed an add-on to one of the highway improvement bills, what's called the Graves Amendment.
Okay.
And the Graves Amendment does provide that rental car companies are no longer liable for the negligence of the renter.
Okay, so that's right anyway.
That's contrary to prior policy because in Florida, the owner of a dangerous instrumentality, which a motor vehicle is responsible for whatever harm it caused. So with the Graves Amendment, the rent-a-car companies were let off the hook.
Gotcha.
However, the key to this case is that the company rented the car. So it doesn't matter if the employee was on the clock or off the clock. When you rent a car, it's like owning a car. You're responsible for whatever damages are caused by that car. So the company is responsible, and this poor injured person, will be able to make a full recovery for his pain, suffering, inconvenience, medical bills, lost wages, all the damages that they're entitled to.
Sure.
Because, they basically denied responsibility early on, the best thing this person could do is to hire an experienced personal injury lawyer as soon as possible.
And we don't know what kind of company or business this was that rented the vehicle, but being that it is a business, it means there's, I would think, a halfway decent chance that they have business insurance, which would mean there would be the money available for a substantial recovery, but they're not just going to hand it over.
Exactly. And I would imagine that if they have an employee that they're renting a car for, they're a fairly substantial company and will be able to respond to the damages that this injured person is entitled to.
All right. Once again, an uplifting conclusion, or at least we hope anyway. It all depends on reaching out to a legal professional and doing that very quickly. Bruce, thank you once again.
My pleasure, Todd. Looking forward to next Wednesday, and hope it's as nice as it is today.
We'll do our very best on that for you, Bruce. You take care now, and thanks again.
Thank you, Todd.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. If you'd like to submit a question for future consideration, you're welcome to do so. Just go to our website and put the keyword Bruce in the search box. That'll take you where you need to go. Now, if you've been injured like in this case, I'm going to recommend you directly call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner. That phone number is 941-743-7777. Get some help started for you immediately at 941-743-7777. It will feel good to know somebody is working on your case today at 941-743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.